Well, as David Littleproud says himself, it's healthy for democracy to have this leadership contest. Indeed, we always, as Nationals, vacate every leadership position after an election. That is the normal process, so nothing new to see here. Matthew Canavan has put up his hand, and I think that's a good thing. I mean, we always have a robust contest of ideas and people within the National Party. We're a broad church. I'm sure that Matthew, who has been phoning around, certainly will garner some support, but we'll see what happens. And obviously that's up to the party room to decide who is going to lead us or continue to lead us into the future. Oh, well, look, I would. And David has led a party which has now won each and every one of our House of Representatives seats for 6 elections in a row, following on obviously from Barnaby, from Warren Truss, myself. Under 4 leaders, we've won all of our lower house seats, and I think other parties could learn a thing or three about our work ethic, the people we choose. I'm very much looking forward to Jamie Chaffey and Alison Penfold and David Batt joining the party room. We've transitioned those seats, and it's not always easy to transition a seat where a popular incumbent, a long-serving incumbent has retired or left, and that's what the National Party has done. So I think on that score, we've done very, very well, and other parties could learn, as I say, a thing or three from us in that regard as to picking local champions, picking people who will take the voice of their constituents to Canberra and fight hard for their electorates. Well, we'll see this afternoon, but this rush to renewables has caused a lot of harm and heartache in regional Australia. I know just last week a French conglomerate dropped plans to build a solar factory right next to Yass, which was going to be bigger than the town itself. The footprint, hundreds of thousands of sun mirror panels, and panels which can't be recycled at the moment as it stands, and our countryside is being littered with wind towers taller than the Eiffel Tower, with solar factories which are taking up arable farmland. And there's only so much agricultural land in this nation. I think one of the greatest challenges we've got is to be able to grow food, to be able to help feed the world. You know, there's a lot of people going hungry around the world, and a lot of people going to bed hungry every night, and it's simply not good enough when we've got the ability to be able to help feed them, and we're taking up all of that with solar factories which, quite frankly, aren't going to reduce the temperature of the globe by 1 iota. I don't think we're ever gun shy. We always say what we think, and indeed we led the argument on The Voice, we led the argument on the nuclear debate, and we led the argument on divestiture of powers in our supermarkets. So I don't think we could ever be described as being shrinking violets or gun shy. That's not the National Party way. And look, Matt's certainly campaigning for his crack at the leadership, and good luck to him. But I don't think gun shy is ever anything any National Party, any National Party person you speak to, you always find out what we think, because we'll tell you. I think Australia has always served when we've got a strong coalition with united partners, being the Nationals and the Liberals. John Howard always said this country is governed best when we've got a coalition government in Canberra running the show, and I do believe that we're best when we're together. That said, I would never be in favour of a merger between the two parties. I know Colin Barnett's been out there calling for that. I absolutely think that is not going to happen. I think we are two separate parties, but united, we're a very strong force. Well, with the redistribution of boundaries, you know, you've got Liberals who are going very much, country Liberals who are going very much into what were once very much peri-urban metropolitan areas. But look, we've got 2 Liberals at the moment in the contest for the Liberal leadership in Susan Lee and Angus Taylor. They both neighbour the seat of Riverina, which I have served for 14 years. At least one thing we're going to get, and obviously the Liberal leader's up to the Liberal party room, but at least it looks as though we'll get a regional Liberal leader, and that's not such a bad thing, having that voice, the first regional voice since Malcolm Fraser leading the Liberal Party. That's got to be a good thing. I just bumped into him in the corridor, actually. He didn't say he was going to, but look, that's a matter for Tim. Good luck to him for being for knocking off the teal. Need to see more of that. Well, I hope so, because it is worked out on a percentage, and obviously when you've got more MPs, then you have a higher proportion of seats in the shadow cabinet. But disappointing that Jacinta Nampijinpa-Price has left the Nationals, and I do think that is a shame. I do believe that she should have remained with the National Party, and but that's a decision she's taken. I wish her every success. At least she'll be voting the right way. Well, what we lose with Perrin Davey is somebody who had forgotten more about water policy than most people in this place will ever know, and she's going to be replaced by a Green or a Labor staffer or a union hack, and we have lost a lot with Perrin Davey's departure. Not just with irrigation, not just with farmers, not just with regional New South Wales and Australia, but indeed the Parliament of the Nation has lost a really strong, strident voice on the issues that matter. And look, we're disappointed, obviously, that we're down to now just 4 senators, and that's a great disappointment. I think it takes away the regional voice that we exercised in the last Parliament. But rest assured, those who are left, they'll be fighting the good fight for and on behalf of those people who live in the country areas away from the bright city lights.